Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome back to Sip and Sew. I don't think I've ever actually introduced my full name on here. My name is Jennifer. Welcome back. It's gonna be so chill today. I promise we're gonna do a little bit of crafting, but we're gonna keep it really chill because the missile is EP and Needy the sleepy. But it is the missile's fault because the missile decided to stay up till 3:30 yesterday morning finishing a book because it was glorious and beautiful. So if anyone's looking for a new fantasy read, I highly recommend the Winter Night trilogy. I can't remember her name. Catherine Arden, I think, is the author's name. The first book is The Bear and the Nightingale. My sister lovingly let me borrow it out of her collection, and I ate no crumbs. Delicious. 10 out of 10. Could not put it down. I'm going back to my self-help books for a while. I've got to go back and touch grass because I got just so stuck into it. But things for today from last week. I actually did not prep any new projects for today because I have so many things to do and I got a little overwhelmed. I spent 3 hours this afternoon cutting out the pattern and fabric pieces for a new raincoat for my mini-me, and that used up every single last brain cell that I actually have to do things with that would be productive. So no pattern stuff today. However, I do still have about 16 squares of the farmhouse blanket I've been working on, so we might check into that a little bit. I did want to show you guys the little mini haul that I acquired from my mom's house today. I know I need to move the box off of your sleepy basket. I'm sorry, bud. Because I did actually get some really cool pieces of fabric today, and I kind of sat down and went through each piece before I took it home and went, okay, what is this going to be? This is what it's going to be. So that way nothing's sitting for too long. As I say with... No, can you see the tub? This is not full, but I have 2 more of these size tubs in my closet that are full. So I can't get enough. I need more space. But I also am going to do a little bit of organizing today too. I might save that for post. Because my desk is getting overwhelming. Granted, it's empty right now because I was overwhelmed earlier. So now it is mostly free and clear of things. It's getting a little icky in the corner, so just have stuff everywhere, like little notions. I've got... The biggest issue is the one basket. It's got patterns, thread, scissors. There might be a thing of yarn in there. Zippers, interfacing, like there's just so much stuff in that one basket, and it's making me a little like... So hopefully we'll get that taken care of. But I think that's all the other weird little nitpick update things. This week has been wild. I don't know, is Pluto in retrograde? We're gonna find out together because this week was... I got a lot of self-care notes on my CoStar app. May 6th till my birthday, actually. So that's fun. Hooray. We're having a great time. The magic is struck right now. So that's been great. But other than that, I don't think I've got anything else crazy coming up. Thank goodness. Other than there's Jim Tacos opening up nearby and they haven't opened up yet, and it's really stressing me out because the next closest Jim Tacos to me is more than I'm willing to drive right now with the price of gas. So I'm just like willing them to open up in a reasonable amount of time because they've had a coming soon thing in the window for I think a month now. I don't know, stuff keeps getting delayed. I am not a fast food business owner, it's not my problem. But we're going to start with going through all the stuff because all the organizing things that I need are in the bottom of the stuff box. So we might as well just go through and look and see what I pulled out of Mom's house today. Because my mother, love her to pieces, has an insane amount of fabric. And with the good intention, she was going to make a lot of stuff with it. And then life happened, she got back more into quilting, she does a lot of stuff within the community, and so now I am getting my grubby little hands all over it. So I grabbed a couple more patterns, which I probably didn't mean to, but I did, and some of them are for the fabric that I picked out. So first thing I grabbed is this hella cute McCall's, what are we calling these? Cardigans? I don't know. I really liked this sleeveless thing. I love this. And I think I have something in the pile that might work with that. But I also just love this fit on her. I'm a hoe for a cardigan in the fall. So good. Like, obviously, I'm going through hot flashes and crap, so it doesn't matter. But I love wearing a sweater 99.9% of the time. Project bags, patterns. This will be useful in the future. And I have lots of little, like, fat quarters and weird scrap fabric lying around now, so I should have plenty to make some stuff that way. More dress. This feels like it was cut because it feels really thick, or maybe it got pulled out a bunch of times, but I was really interested in this one because it's kind of like a t-shirt dress almost, and then kind of this, but but anyways, I liked the t-shirt style dress. Small child skirt. Lord knows we don't have no skirts in this house per. Mommy skirt. I like having multiple versions of different things. And then small human shorts. Because with all the fabric I have in this house, it seems really silly to buy things right now. And this is more or less irrelevant, but I did get fabric fuse. This was actually sitting in my personal drawer at Mom's house because I do have a caddy of stuff there with more fabric in it. But that fabric is for a quilt, so it's different. Very different. I have been holding on to this. I think it's just straight silk blend, silk polyester blend. I don't remember where it came from. Maybe my grandma's house a long time ago. But it's very silky smooth. It would may or may not need a liner, interfacing or something, but it is so stinking pretty. And let me try and turn this light down a little bit, see if it catches the color better. Yeah, let's try that. That's better. Okay. So very purple. Very purple, very like there's like hint of pinks in there. And there's a lot. Hold it back a little better. But I've had this for so long. And deal with it. Skirt, top, maybe I'll get brave. I don't know. But I decided to bring it home with me today. Because I've been staring at it in a basket for, God, I think 5 or 6 years now. So, okay. How do I want to do this? I think we're going to scooch you this way. I'm going to toss the patterns down there for right now. Okay, that's a paintbrush, not a needle. Got it. Needles. Shove. So we're going to fix that a little bit. Okay. It's okay. They will be future Jen's problems, like future Jen in about an hour. Water. Good luck V8, I suppose. Cell phone. Okay. And the other thing I have in the tiny bag is this. I don't know if I was supposed to take this or not, but I really liked it, so I snatched it. But it's a very, very tight flower print. I don't know. For me, for the small, a bag, a purse, something, who knows. But I liked it and it brought me joy. Now, if you fit in that bag, I will be so excited and I will show you to the world. The orange cat's putting his hat in the bag. Please hold. He's waiting for me to uncover the thing. Scoot. Put it there. Okay. Yeah. It's not actually that heavy. Today was back day at the gym. 'Twas a good back day. However, I do not want to pick up more things, so this is going to live on the floor for the rest of this adventure. Okay. Okay, thank God. Some of the organizing stuff is at the top. I have 2 caddies. How good these are going to be for me, I don't know, because they don't stack like this. They just slide down, so I don't know. If I don't use them for this, I'll go somewhere else. We got that. What are these? These are card holders. I don't know why there's 2, but there's 2. But everything is in here to make, it's basically like a little wallet thing. And the fabric is poinsettias and gold snowflakes. So, heckin' cute. We might do these one day, and I'll probably post them on my eBay and put them up for sale, because I do not need any more card holders right now. I have no need for this to keep. It will definitely be a give out to the universe. Exciting. There's going to be a couple of different wall hanging things in here, and I'm going to do my best to fold them out so you can see what they look like. But this is the first one. I love wall hanging pieces. Hang on, someone's chewing plastic. Hold on. Excuse me. No. He only does it when he needs something, but I know the food bowl is full, and his mommy did his cat chores already, so it can't be anything crazy important. Anyways, so you can get giant, like, it's basically just a giant picture, and you can sew, like, little blocks around it, and then hang it up on your wall, and it looks really cool. I love them. I think it's one of the greatest concepts in the world. Okay, that's fine. So this is the first one. I think it's just neat. And you could also make a huge quilt out of it, I suppose. But this would just look so cool hanging up on the wall like a picture. But it is a bust. Mannequin de couture. I do not speak French. That probably sounded terrible. But I thought this was really, really neat. So she came home with me. She will be hung up somewhere important where everyone can see. We're not going to think about what cleaning dust off of that's going to look like. It's probably fine. I'll probably just go in the wash. Future gen problems. Another dress pattern. I was really iffy on this because... Oh, thank you for the follow. Come on, screen. I don't love the fabric they did this dress in for the picture, but I love the styles of the dresses themselves. So we're going to forgive the fabric they used on the cover, because the dress patterns actually look kind of nice. Normally that would turn me off to it, but I'm trying to be brave and try new things. Oh, this is very important. Anyone that was super into the colored gel pens growing up, my mom was hiding my hoard of pens in the garage, and I have them again now. I feel like part of my childhood was handed back to me, which is pretty exciting. What else do we have in the box? Oh, yes, another mug, because, thankful for elastic waistbands. But I can never have enough mugs. You can pry my mugs out of my cold, dead hands. They bring me great joy. Okay, this is another wall hanging piece. This one might be more seasonal, but I think pumpkin should be a year-round situation. I also believe in fall propaganda and Halloween all the time. It's very orange. It's very, very fall. I love it so stinking much. I am a fall baby. Fall is a superior season outside of summertime, because I do like when it's warm. This is really pretty. I'm actually really excited to try and find fabric for this if I don't have anything already. And patterns. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try and see if the camera will pick it up. Everything is outlined in like a gold. So I think, yeah. It looks so detailed because it shimmers. Very exciting. So that, I don't know, we might do the wall hangings closer to the fall. That just feels like a fall activity to me. I don't know. Okay, this is just a special thing. My grandma made this forever ago, and I don't know why it was hiding in the garage, but I have it now. But my grandma made this. 1986 is old. Is very old. But it's cross stitch. I do cross stitch sometimes. So good to know it runs on both sides of the family because she was my grandma on my dad's side. But we might make that into a pillow one day. You can do that with your cross stitch patterns. Okay, next wall hanging thing. This is so cute. I probably won't keep it because I just don't do this. But it is an advent calendar. And apparently the way you make it so you can put stuff in the pockets is you just, according to my mantra, you fold it up like this, and boom, it makes a pocket. I think that's neat. So that'll be a really quick project to do. Actually, the instructions are here on the corner. Cut out, cut out. By folding all lines marked fold, pin, or base and press. Cut backing and batting about 4 inches larger. Yeah, anything that requires batting, we just go to mommy's house and get it off the roll. So I'm just at a point right now where if I don't have to buy it, if I don't have to spend my own $bucks on it, it's all right with me. Let's see what else in here is relatively important. Oh, there is a free pack. Oh, glad I snuck that. Okay, so what's the technical definition for this? Oh, is this for scrap fabric? Okay, so these are cutouts. But you use it with your scrap fabrics to make crazy blocks, and the blocks finish 8 inches. Or you can make it a 10-inch. Templates. Oh my god, that's the right word for them. That's so exciting. But the free pattern on the back is yeah, which is very crazy. And I love a weird pattern. It's giving stained glass. I might have batik fabric. I might be able to pilfer some to do that. That'll definitely be closer to the fall activity. I do not participate in making blankets in the warm months. Okay, this, we're going to love her. She needs to be clean. This is theoretically what I'm going to be organizing my stuff into. Because it's got a couple different containers. I can see into it. I can only put so much in one thing, so it will keep me from losing my mind. And get some of this weird knick-knack stuff out of the way. Okay, here we go. This is going to be really cute. This is an applique to go on a sweater, which works great because I just bought a 90s sweater pattern the other day. But it's a sewing machine, and it comes with a little measuring tape. I'm about that life. Alright, that's weird stuff. Okay, I think this is the last wall hanging. It also has a little dish wrapped in it. Decorative use only, please do not put food in it. Great, it's gonna stay over here. It almost looks like an ashtray. I promise it's not an ashtray. But it's just cute. Heck if I know where it came from. But it's cute and it brings me joy. Okay, I think this is the last. Okay, there's 2 more wall hanging things in here. This one is so small. I don't know, pillow maybe, but it's got cows on it, which is the important part. And it has at the bottom different ways you can do like your corner squares or border squares, I suppose. Like templates. I don't know. Maybe I'm just meant to cut them out. We'll figure that out later. it'll probably be a pillow because it looks pillow shaped. So that's that. And okay, damn, I can't count. I don't know how much stuff I grabbed. I let my heart guide me today. I love tea sets, and I do love an English rose in a tea set. So there is this wall hanging. Come on, lighting. There we go. Baby, back. There we go. This is actually very appropriate lo-fi music for this. Oh, there's a bird in it! I didn't even realize there's a bird hiding in the roses. Excellent, okay. But I just think that's neat. Ah! All this kind of stuff. It's just very elegant. And not that I am a very elegant person. I mean, I roughhouse a lot, but I just think it looks cool. And this will probably be made into some kind of wall hanging for the eBay for a very cute small child's room with dinosaurs. And yeah, they're all cute looking dinosaurs. Sometimes you gotta check. Sometimes I feel like they'll sneak you with a surprise, not very nice looking dinosaur. But it's a little young for my house, but it'll go great somewhere else. Okay, now we're on to the clothing things, I think. Okay, this is like a lavender heather type color. I don't know what else to say. But it's obscenely soft. So soft. Good stretch. Turtleneck probably, I think is what we're going to do with this one, so that'll be very exciting. So that is one thing. Brings my heart so much joy. This is for the 90s, maybe even the 80s babies. Look at this freaking print. I'm in love with this so much. So this is a strap. Crap, I can't remember what Mom said it was called. It's bathing suit material. It's got that good bathing suit stretch. It's got that bathing suit shine. Also appropriate for the leggings. And there is a lot. So I can probably get a couple of different pieces out of this, which is great. I love a bright, crazy looking print. Actually, because I have this other bathing suit fabric in my closet that's got hibiscuses on it, but it has the same color, the lighter blue in it. I think it's pink. I'm having thoughts. We're going to put those on the back burner because, like I said earlier, I don't have enough brain cells to have too many thoughts right now. I was also cutting for an hour and a half. No, it was 3 hours on the floor. Because this table that I have my sewing machine on is great for the sewing machine. Terrible height for cutting because I still have to bend over it. So I'm still working out the kinks. This is just those super basic black cotton. I can't think of a good reason to not have just straight white fabric in the house. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what this is going to be yet. But I liked it. I don't have any black fabric in here. Okay, so where did that dress pattern go? Because these things kind of go hand in hand, I think. Theoretically, they will. Okay. So, coming back to this dress right here. Looks very t-shirty. I saw this fabric first, and this one made me grab the pattern. Very cute blue and white stripes. I think it will make a very lovely dress for moi. And it has good stretch. It's pretty light, so I feel pretty confident that I can get away with wearing this through the summertime. So that's what that's going into. Oh, I love this. So I had bought a dress from Target, I think 2 years ago, almost this exact same color and fabric. This camera's not very forgiving. Okay, I don't know why it's so much better back here. It's like a rust orange, and I love this. I think there's enough to get a short sleeve tank top out of here is what we decided on. Or no, a short sleeve or sleeveless turtleneck, or mock turtleneck, faux turtleneck, is the idea. And this is beautiful, beautiful deep green. Beautiful deep green. This is also a good stretch fabric. This will also probably become some type of shirt or dress. I think another dress pattern is what this was going towards, because there's again a lot of this. Well, I didn't buy fabric in small amounts, that's for sure. Just stab my toe on a purple pen. Okay. Alright, these are just a bunch of fat quarters. I picked it up because it's got chocolate covered pretzels on one of these. I love chocolate and I love my pretzels. But it's just got, I don't know, just weird fabric in there. There's this, I want to say this is probably some type of batik. It almost looks like bubbles or lights. It's very crim. We have weird print, flower print. This one, which also really caught my eye in the pack, but it's just outlined roses in different colors. This green with gold flecks and leaves. And then of course the chocolate covered pretzels. So these will actually probably go towards those bag patterns that we pulled out earlier. And this I have to roll out all the way to show you guys, because the pattern threw us off so bad when we were going through it and couldn't for the life of us figure out what it was for. And I'm going to show you the print first, and then I'm going to tell you what I think I'm going to do with it, because the print is wild. If I can find my edges. There we go. Okay. So this is the way we originally had it hold up. It was like this. So it's just, oh, this looks so good. There we go. Okay. Camera's not loving the pattern, but it's not quite houndstooth with this really cool, like, intricate lacing detail. So I don't know why it's in triangles. I don't know why this part is like this. It's very odd, no? And then the very bottom is like this, and it's just one full border across the bottom. Weird behavior, right? So first we were like, I don't know, this would be so weird because of the like upper triangles, blah, blah, blah. No matter. Because at first I thought to myself, oh my god, a circle skirt. Just circle it, call it a day, or an A-line. And then I got to looking at it more this way, and I'm like, let me just flip this. Let me just flip this sucker around and see how it looks. And then we flipped it up this way, and I was like, oh my god, this makes so much more sense to have this as like waistband situation. There we go. So it would end up being more so like a D's for skirt, and I would still get a little bit, depending on the length, some of the triangle cut at the bottom. Or even if we did a dress situation, it would actually give a better border on top. Dang, actually, I might just do a dress out of it. It'll be very clingy. That's okay. Getting used to wearing clingier clothes. So this will be fun to just play with. This one's not going to have a pattern. This will end up being a self-pattern, most likely. We're going to make this shit up from scratch. And then we have the probable piece de resistance. Make sure that doesn't fall on my tea. It'd be fine if it did. Everything has to be washed before it gets used. It's just the rule of thumb. Except for this, because it's dry clean only. Look at this. It almost looks like a tartan print that I saw. Every now and again, I get a kick and I just go looking at them, so they make me happy. But it's got black, dark pine, white, navy, and yellow are the specific colorations in this thing. But it is a polyester wool, plaid yarn, dyed flannels. Got cut off. There is a lot of this. I'm gonna try and make at minimum a 2-piece soup-ty-poo thing out of it. I thought about doing a skirt, and then I thought to myself, no, I would rather have trousers. So I'm making pants. There's a random weird square cut out at the bottom. I'm not sure why. Mom doesn't remember why either, and that's okay. It is very easy to work around because she did, thank goodness, cut it in a straight line. But yes, I saw someone on Reddit, a very, very kind-looking gentleman, that was making vests. And it called to me because I freaking love a vest. Gosh dang it. And I have a good body shape for a vest. I was thinking this would make such a cool pant vest combo. Could I even get a jacket out of it? I don't know. I don't know. But it wants to be like a situation. Right? So I'm so stinking excited for this. And apparently she was going to use it to do a buttonless jumper, which was still a good idea. But I asked her, like, well, do you want to keep it and, like, do your thing? And she goes, no, I'm never going to make it. And I was like, oh, okay. I may in secret make it for my mom. That may be a surprise for her, because I do love giving her little surprises. Alright, we are almost done not dying and going through the box. And it's just a lot of trinket stuff left in here at this point. As I love y'all very much, I'm not going to go dig the boxes out of my bedroom because it's already 1:30. We gotta get some organizing done, some square sewing. But this is a travel cutting board and ironing board, which is great. So, green side of your cutting board, this is a heat safe iron pad. So it's very small. I might be able to use this in here for a while. I don't know. I also still need to get ironing situated out. There's theoretically somewhere in the sewing room at Madre's house a mini iron and a wool ironing mat. Every time I look for them, I can't find any of them. Every now and again, my mom and my sister will either see one thing or the other thing, and they'll go, Jen, it's here, and I go, oh, great. And then I get to the house, and they're like, oh, no. So I don't think the iron likes me. I think it's purposely hiding from me, and we'll just deal with that when we get there. Alright. Kind of important tricky things. Smaller rotary blade. There is no blade in this. I have to buy them. But this is apparently, the gold standard is a 45 millimeter. I usually use a 60 millimeter because that is what I have. And it works fine. It's just a bigger blade. I don't know what these are called, but they have a wavy cut to them. And they look old as dirt. And they're Fiskars? Stainless steel. So I grabbed them because they sound crispy. These are probably like, I feel like these are grandma's old fabrics. Oh, they're still sharp. Not playing with those. Tiny curved scissors. Love. And then pinking shears, which I actually kind of have a need of because of all the clothes making. A lot of times when I need to finish an edge before I actually sew it on something else, it'll say finish it with an overlock or finish it with a serger. And I do not have a serger. I have a basic Molly A-line sewing machine. I have figured out how to do an overcast with a zigzag, so it looks pretty good. But it's not a serger. It gets the job done. With pinking shears though, you stitch in, what are the instructions say? I think 1/4 inch. And then you take the shears and you cut along it. And so you get that little like do. So I think you should be able to see the teeth okay. Yeah. So pinking shears. And it's spelled like the color. Pinking. So I actually have one of those for myself now, which will theoretically make the clothes situation less of a pain in the butt. It's a rhinestone wand. What am I gonna rhinestone? Who knows? But it felt like it needed to come home, so it did. And that is not even close to being important. Alright, last 3 things. Extra pin cushion, because it looks like a pumpkin. what can I say? You guys should know now. This is an embroidery hoop. It is a very cool embroidery hoop. I couldn't figure out how it worked, but apparently it's good for people with arthritis because it's easy to get your stuff in and out of. So I'll use this for embroidery or cross stitch, what have you. But you pinch it, and the ring comes out. And I was like, that's freaking ingenious because there's like nothing to pinching this. It's hard to get some stuff into embroidery hoops. Sometimes it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. So this is quite nice. But I also thought it was interesting because I really like the green, and I would honestly hang this up like this and call it a day with this green hoop on it. To me, that looks good enough to hang up. Alright, and then the last thing was this. It says cupcake mix recipe. I was like, why is there cooking stuff out here with the sewing stuff? This makes no sense to me whatsoever. Excuse me, box. There we go. It is a recipe book for making a quilt. Like, I don't have enough things to do already. But it contains 44 recipe cards. And required ingredients are one of the packets. It says a Moda print charm pack. Moda. It's probably meant to go with a specific pack set. You can use whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I would say 2 assembled master. Okay, so each recipe card, 2 5-inch squares yields 4. I'm just going to show you a card because one card makes a lot. Oh, okay. Each sheet makes 4 1.5 by 1.5 inch finished HTS and 4 finished squares. Layers. And you're supposed to stitch them. Starting at the start. I will have to research this a little bit more to understand what is happening right now. Because it looks cool. But all of these are the same, so I don't understand exactly what's happening. But this is what the pages look like on the inside. So, again, this is taking a lot of brain power that I don't have. So I'll come back to it another day when I'm done with the other quilt thing. But it's cute. It says cupcake mix recipe. I'm a sucker for good marketing. And I didn't have to spend any money on it. Can't go wrong. So that is the haul from Mommy's house for today. Which honestly pales in comparison to what is in the closet. I'm going to apologize now. I feel like I have to cough and my nose itches because someone's thinking about me real hard. Which, love the energy. Mildly inopportune time. But the thoughts are always appreciated. But I am beady excited. The only thing I'm hesitant on is trying to make any kind of bathing suit right now. Because if you've been here before, you know I'm a woman of the gym. I usually go around 10 o'clock at night in the dark time when there's, hardly anybody in there. I don't know. My gym was still relatively busy at that time. But went to go put on one of my favorite outfits today. And excuse me. And realized that my chest was no longer spilling out of the sides. And it's because I lost some chest volume, which is exciting in its own right. But that does change everything as far as any self patterns go. Excuse me, I don't know why my throat's so dry right now. Because I don't have any bathing suit patterns. I did start on a bathing suit a while ago. And I cut the triangles really, really small. Like, the bathing suit is not appropriate for anything other than lounging outside. It fits great for lounging outside, though. Don't get me wrong. It's perfect for at home, right there. It probably fits me a little bit better now than it did a month ago when I made it, because again, I have body recomped in a downward. It's downward. Whatever. Body recomp happened. My chest is a little bit smaller, despite exercising it very regularly. It probably fits better now. I was just kind of making it up as I went. I wrote down the method to my madness in a notebook. So it's somewhere. I think it's in my side drawer. So, as much as I want to go ahead and do that, I'm a little scared. So we'll see what happens. But we're going to put the fabric stuff away. I think we'll do just a smooshing of organizing while I feel the desire to do so. And then we'll see how many farmhouse squares we get through. And that should wrap up my tolerance for the day. Yes, okay. This is gonna hold my cups now. It is decided. It's done. That is its home. I'll take this to the kitchen leader, so I don't have to leave you guys. Over there. Okay. So the thing that I was very excited to try and use is, oh, it's falling apart. Don't do that. It's supposed to fall apart. It's supposed to come apart pretty easy. The rotating sucker of things. And I want it because it's small. It fits on the desk pretty good. I don't know how much stuff we're actually going to get in here. But this will greatly affect whether I need to go and look for other things. Like caddies that can go underneath my desk area that's not going to mess up my feet situation. I don't like my feet being crowded. It makes me angry. Mildly violent. Actually, anything to do with my feet makes me mildly violent. That's just the way it goes. Okay, that is all for a singular project. We're going to go through the random bag of Notion crap and put this in there first and see how we feel like organizing it. And depending on what we have left, then we'll look into the caddy situation, which I think the caddies will be fine for scissors. I kind of put my needles in this, or at least the magnetized thing. I have too many needles for that. Nope, okay. That's going to have to go into the caddy. Fine. Okay, interfacing, interfacing, interfacing. Ribbon. Go in there. You don't realize how much crap you got until you actually have to go through it. And then all of a sudden it's just stuff. Like stuff mark. Have you guys seen, if anyone got the joy of watching VeggieTales growing up, Madame Blueberry was my favorite. Not because I loved the story of, you know, learning how to share and be grateful for what you have, but I really like the concept of stuff mark. And the song was banging. Like, if you've ever seen VeggieTales and you decided that you don't like any of the songs, I don't know about you as a person. I'm sorry. We need to talk. We need to talk that out at length. Where'd my bag of things go? Okay. Alright, I want the measuring tape at the top, because that is very dear and dear to my heart. Because I'm always looking for it, and it stresses me out when I can't find it. I think I'm going to see how much ribbon's going to... Actually, you know what? The ribbon might have to go on the top, because I have some tall boys. And the top one is a little bit bigger. And the top comes off, so... Right to the top. Not a problem. potentially a source of irritation later, but that's future Jen's problem. Ribbon. Alright, thread stuff. We'll put the needles at the bottom because they're mostly just extras in the back. No, let's just take that top part off. Because the thread's going in the top period at this point. I'm not moving it again. I'm so excited to use this. It's for top stitching specifically, so I think it's, you know, I don't know. But it's variegated. I love variegated things. It's like freaking rainbow colored in there. So yes, it would work best as a top stitch so you can actually enjoy and appreciate the colors instead of using it to close seams, because then it'll just be stuck on the inside of your fabric. I don't know why I grabbed this brown other than I liked it. Sure, something down there will need it. Black bobbin thread. Alright. And we're just going to stick the bobbins up there with the thread, because that makes sense. To me. It's my stuff and I got to deal with it, so. Alright. We're going to put the needles in the very, very bottom skinny drawer without knocking the whole thing over. I have a lot. I also just have dressmaker pins. I'm just going to go ahead and decant these onto the pumpkin, I think. Because I don't want to try and fit that in there with the rest of these things. Alright, let me refresh my remember what we have. We have ballpoint yellow bands for all heavyweight knits, which is great because I just brought home a bunch. Someone is wishing ill will on me, and it's pissing me off. Regular point for medium white wovens. Jesus. I swear I'm hydrated. It's normally not this bad. It could be because I closed the windows earlier today. Alright, lightweight knits. Please slide in there. Metallica Twin. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta double check and make sure my foot can handle this. I think I need to purchase a double foot if I don't have one hiding in the sewing machine. In the extras caddy. But this is a double needle. I kinda wanna pull it out and show you what it looks like. Get it out. Sorry, I don't know what is going on with me tonight. This is a double needle. So my sewing machine has a setting where I can use double needles to do things, and it makes a different type of stitch. So I'm really excited to try that out one day. But I truly, truly need it. Actually, I do truly, truly need it. I think I have an actual overcast on this machine. Excuse me. We'll have to try that out sooner rather than later. All those things can wait until 3 a.m. Where did my bag things go? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, back to the bag of things. The 20 billion packs of needles that are in here. Okay, this is a mixed pack of denim, heavy duty, and leather, and also a wing, which is specific for something, and I don't remember what. So yeah, you look that up later. Oh, this is so pretty. Just basic red thread. I don't know, it makes me happy. That in there. This extra thing. What else? What else? There's the purple scrap ribbon falling to the floor. I might throw away because it's starting to irritate me, but I had used it to make a pattern on the mannequin. 130 needles. God, those are huge. Universals. Everyone needs that. Bless Foz and Porter, the used needles container. So I don't accidentally use an old one. Because you don't realize how much of a difference it makes until you change out your needle for the first time, and then everything just magically flows. It's pretty stinking great. Okay, elastic. Oh, remind me what this is. Needle threader with cutter. It looks like a hummingbird, so I sneaked. Sounds like a parrot the way a Pilfer thinks sometimes, but I swear it was all consensual. All consensual. Okay. Oh, the nose. Okay, I see. I should not have popped that off, but it's okay. It should just slide right in there. Okay. Oh, wow, that's a tiny threader. Oh, okay, I see. I don't know if this is going to show up on the camera or not, but we're going to try. So this is a needle threader and a cutter that looks like a little hummingbird. So there is the tiniest hook at the end of this thing. Also, please ignore my calloused hands. It was deadlift day and they look terrible. But you can hook your thread on this and then feed it through your needle on the sewing machine, and it keeps you from having an aneurysm from staring at a tiny hole for too long. And then there's also a very tiny blade on the back to help cut your stuff, which is great. Yeah, you think a girl would invest in gloves at some point. Can't be bothered. The hummingbird threader is going to go with the needles, though, because that will be most relevant in those situations. There should be a couple more bobbins. Yes. There we go. What's that? We're going to slide the elastics into that last caddy, I think. Or should we put them in with the ribbon? I think they want to live with the ribbon. Truly, I do. We're just going to take them out of the packaging. And we're going to remember that I have a trash bag over here, specifically for the little knick-knack things like this. Oh, I'm so tempted to just sell the zipper. I'm so irritated about it. I thought it was going to be a non-opening zipper. Incorrect. Definitely a fully unzips all the way zipper. But it's fine, because I found what I needed elsewhere. For the sake of my mental health today, we're just going to shove this in there. I don't use ribbons often enough to care about this section right now. Well, if it's all just going to fall out. Huzzah! Okay. Alright, perfect. I can throw this ratty looking bag in the trash. Thank goodness. Alright, so that is one thing crossed off the list for today. That has been used, contained. There's elastic right here. Alright. The floor basket looks slightly less overwhelming. So we're calling it a win. Now, for the carry caddies. Because I do love a little carry caddy. My darling beloved scissors. You must go inside. Excuse her. And yes, I do truly, deeply need 6, 7 different pairs of scissors. That is a real need. They all are good for something different. Alright, stick you right there for a second. Alright, serger thread. That is for the another thing called raincoats. And the child picked a blue raincoat with green accents and Nightmare Before Christmas buttons. Oh, this one. I'll show this to you guys just so you know what it is. This is tailor's chalk, so you use this to make marks on your fabric. Have a red, a yellow, and a blue. They're not terribly bright. It's really just enough to show on my fabric. I mostly use it for cases when it's like, you need to make sure this dot lines up with this dot, or these are your notch mark arrows you need to worry about. I'll mark those things with that instead of having pins all over the place, because I am just terribly prone to stabbing myself with needles. I try to avoid it as best I can. And that cannot be decanted any further than it is. So that is all my little things. Alright. Look at that. Another pair of scissors. And yarn, we'll have to find a different home for you. Okay, so this is all just patterns now, and we're gonna put any of our design things in here as well. Patterns. Trash that got shoved into my basket. How rude. Okay. Okay, all the patterns off the floor are now going into the basket. Like so. Shove. Okay. Okay, this is good. This is good stuff. As long as everything is in containers, I will be fine. Right, so that's that. That just leads us down to the interfacing, which I think is just going to have to go in the fabric caddy. Oh. These templates can also go in the fabric caddy, and I'm going to put the cards in the fabric caddy, or the pattern caddy too, because technically they have the patterns in them. So we're going to put those there. Alright, this is a special thing, needs to go in the special things box. Truly, I might put some of this interfacing away and leave the, leave the rest out. Because I need interfacing for the raincoat. So I'm going to leave the white interfacing out for the raincoat. So it doesn't matter. Put the black interfacing away. That's for my stuff. This is Heel and Stick Fabric Fuse. This is still has a stick because it was almost sticking to the inside of the plastic and paper. Shoot, say like this. Okay. What the hell is happening in this corner? Okay, that is all not sewing related stuff. That's a future gen problem. Alright. Bedazzler thing. Tub. OmniGrid. We're gonna put you in the patterns for right now because I might need that thing to iron on. Rough as that is. Okay, my nostalgia pins. I brought these home with no idea what to do with them. Do they still write? We're just gonna grab one and find out if it writes really quick. We're gonna try the orange because it looks heckin' discolored. Just do it on the back of this thing. Ah, dang it. I'm not condoning the thing I'm about to do. Okay, the nibs are dry, but there is ink in there, and the ink is orange. Hooray! They live! This is a very exciting day for me. These are going to go in the box for right now. So I can figure out a future plan for them. Those we're still going to decant. Oh, just forgot this thing. This is a cross-stitch thing, and I think it actually has a pattern for the alphabet in numbers with two. Oh yeah, no, it is a pattern. I like it. It's a bigger. It looks like a looser weave than what I have in my drawers in my room. So of course, there's more stuff in my room. I just need that one little box of elastic that's hiding in the corner. There we go. Did I just put a needle on my foot? No. Okay. It wouldn't be the first time it's happened. That is my one. Fear is a strong word. Glaring concern would be a better choice, I think. Is needle to the foot. Needle to the hand, fine. Needle to the foot. We're gonna decant these. Oh, I'm gonna keep them. No. So I was gonna decant it. I'm gonna do it. I cannot have two different container things lying about. One of them has to go. Oh, there's a lot! That's exciting. Oh, these are sturdy. And a little rusty. I don't want to mess up my pumpkin. Hold on. We might abort and toss these because they are dull. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not putting that in fabric. Like, they're sharp enough to hurt, but they're... trying to stab it into this pumpkin, it's... Like, you can hear it catching on the fabric. No. Whatever. I'll take the L. It was free, doesn't matter. It was going in the trash anyways. It's fine. I do genuinely hate this magnet thing, so we're just gonna put these pins in the pumpkin and call it a day. Now, I'm not tossing the magnet because the magnet is very important. Because if I think I dropped something on the floor, the first thing I do is pick this sucker up and just give everything a little sweep. But as far as actually using it, sometimes I find it to be a touch annoying. I much prefer just a standard pin cushion. And honest to God, if I go to stab a needle in here and it sticks, I'm not keeping it. You know what, I might do this in my off time so you guys don't have to sit here through an insane amount of I'm not putting you guys through this. This is literally torture. I'm not an animal. Not that cool. But yeah, okay. That's just a future gen project for not today. Alright, now where is this crap gonna go? That's the next question. Okay. So I think because of how short my round table is that I used to prop the laptop upon, I think the caddy with the scissors will fit on it and slide under the table okay. So that should be fine. This little thing, I don't mind sitting up here because it's so small, it doesn't take up that much room. Corner for you. They're so heavy. And I use them frequently. They're gonna go on top of the patterns because I do use my weights to weigh down the fabric enough to justify leaving them out here. Okay. This Michael's bag is all of the notions for that specific project. So it is going into the pattern basket for right now. So I don't have to think about it. It is away. Okay. That is about all the organizing I've got time to do today. Or mental capacity to deal with. So we're done. We're done doing the organizing stuff. We're gonna sew some squares. Because I've only got, what did I say the other day? I think 16 squares left for the farmhouse blanket. And I'll show you guys some of the finished squares so you know what we're looking at. Good enough. Right? It's not impeding the view. No. Okay. Because the minute you guys can't see something, then it's not okay anymore. Barring my own silliness and general getting in the way of myself. Okay. Squares. Alright, so here is the pile of things left to do. It's about 16 squares left in this. And then this random one that fell apart that we're going to deal with later. Wow. So this is kind of a hodgepodge quilt. It came out of a jelly roll. But the idea is I have a couple of different sizes of rectangles and squares, and then they get sewn all mixed around in different styles and different pieces. And then they will get stacked into one giant blanket, and it will look very silly, and it will be very good. Because cows and pigs and daisies. And hopefully I don't have to play chicken with my thread tonight. I have plenty of bobbin thread. It's the regular thread we gotta worry about here. So I am going to take this darling moment to just sew for a little bit because I'm starting to pick up a headache. Which is not great. It's been dry outside and I'll just look at a square because I don't remember how these are supposed to go. So it's been, God, I think a month since we worked on it. Long shorts. Yeah, I think it's been over a month since we've worked on this thing. That's okay. It was just time to take a break and do some other stuff. I love coming back and forth to different things. Sometimes we gotta switch it up just a little bit. Shit, what's the seam allowance I was using? I can't be 5/8. That's a lot. I feel like 3/8 is the right answer. It is. I would look at the pattern, but the pattern's on the floor, and I don't really feel like bending over to pick it. I knew it was gonna happen. I still put the pedal to the metal anyways. You know what? I kind of want to try and use that for. You know what? Let me just. Dang, I'm tired. Gotta take my glasses off because they are not helping right now. I think the exhaustion's finally kicking in. Because not only did I not go to sleep till about 3:45 in the morning, Thursday morning, I then proceeded to wake up at 7:30 because the voices whispered in my ear that I forgot to take the trash bin down. And luckily, I got the trash bin to the curb before the trash man came, so it all worked out. But then I did not take a nap. Alright, we're gonna play chicken with this bobbin and see how far we can get. I think we can get through 2 squares maybe? Maybe just one? This is also depending on time, because oh my gosh, it's already been an hour and 15. Jeez. Sheesh. Time flies when you're having fun. Let's see, either pigs are going to be touching or polka dots are going to be touching, and I'd rather have the polka dots touching. Yes, oh my gosh, I needed some of this easy quilt sewing today. So the raincoat that I'm working on, first off, instead of the pattern being on just like basic thin flimsy paper, it was on PDF, like regular printer paper kind of. And so it made the cutting out just a little silly because paper is prone to tearing, especially the way it was folded up, which like no fault to the seller or anything, it's just the nature of the game, I think. It just took a while to get it cut out right. And then I'm using a coated, I'm gonna flip these two as well, a double coated nylon. So it's got the something, I don't know, it's got the water resistant and waterproof coats on it. It is extra slippery. Excuse me. So with that, trying to get it to stay still while I was cutting pattern pieces was a little bit of a pain in the butt. So the whole thing was just a giant ordeal. That's okay. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I can feel my eyes trying to close on themselves. Might have to call it early. I don't know. We'll see. It's a price to pay for a good book. But man, it was so good. Yeah, now that I'm done with the Winter Night trilogy, I'm back to my why do I keep doing this book? And what else did I grab? Never Enough, which is a book about the psychology of addiction, which I've always found fascinating. catching on the fabric, we might have to change it out next time. I'm a little worried I'm gonna hurt myself if I try and change it out right now, so we'll make it a next time problem. Well, that almost went on the wrong way. I'm actually really excited for tomorrow because I promised my small human ice cream on the food truck, or the ice cream truck. But also a little sad because the truck used to be a standalone business downtown, and I don't know what happened. I think he offered to close up or offered to let someone else get it because the owner's really nice. The couple of times we went to the standalone store, he was in there. Really great guy. But I think there's a general store going in that little building he was in now. But the truck with the ice cream is now, it's like right there in the parking lot with what will hopefully still be a Jim Tacos. And it's not even that serious to have a new Mexican restaurant. We have plenty in the area. Excuse me, oh my god. We have plenty in the area. Like Jim Tacos is really, I ate them one time. I just really like how they do their tacos. They're very street style. Street style. So you're not getting all the lettuce and cheese and stuff like that on there. But they're very protein heavy. You know, which makes sense because Jim is in the name. So you can kind of surmise that they cater to a certain clientele. I am that clientele. As if anyone ever catches me saying no thank you, I don't want to go get tacos. Because of insert reasons, there's something wrong. Pull the plug. Explode. The lizard people stole me. Something bad happened. Alright. Farm Square. Oh my god, the pig almost lines up. Dang it. That would have been so cool. Oh well. A happy almost happy accident. Okay, we're gonna do one more square, and we're gonna call it because I can feel the light fading from my eyes. I can feel the darkness sleeping in, and that sleep is gonna be so daggone good. Low key, sadly, thinking about it. And I get to sleep in tomorrow. Because the small one is having a sleepover. Small one will be delivered to me on tomorrow, so I don't even have to get out of bed at a reasonable time. Other than for work, but work can wait. The sleep is needed. And I love streaming too much to not like try to be on here. Thought crossed my mind. I was like, no, I cannot just not be on. That would be terrible. So here I am. Because I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. This is really fun for me. I know I'm just sitting here stoned kind of yapping to myself, but like, this is good. Hopefully someone out there is also having a productive day too. Or night, or afternoon. That bobbin's getting really small. I think we'll make it through the second square though. I really do. see the animals on it. Biscuits. Alright. It's that one. Yeah, the reason I did not care which way it went is because you can't even see the animals that are supposed to be on the square. That's okay. It's part of the fun. It's all just kind of mixed up, jumbled up mess. Messes can be very fun. And good for you. Good for the soul. Only a worry though that I have about the ice cream truck tomorrow is what flavors they're gonna have on it. So they've got the traditional, you know, like the vanilla, chocolate, but this place is known for having interesting flavors. Things you wouldn't expect an ice cream shop to have in the area. And there was one summer he had, it was called Sally's Seathorn Berry. And it was so freaking good. It was like, it almost reminded me of peach ice cream, but different. It was crazy good. But I think he's got the full right now, which has a sangria base, I think. What was that other one he had that was really good? It was like a maple pecan whiskey or something. And that was, as an adult, that was pretty stinking good. I was really into that one. That I will never forget. The first time I went in there, I was by myself. There was a couple in front of me, and they were looking at the menu and looking at all the different ice creams in front of them. And he had like 12, 14 different types of ice creams ready to go. And I think it was the guy who spoke. And he had asked if he was like, do you guys have anything like cookies and cream or like chocolate chip cookie dough? And normal looking flavors, and mind you, the owner was at the counter, which made it even better, with his glorious handlebar mustache. But he looked at the dude, he looked at the chick, and then he made eye contact with me because I was standing right in the middle of the couple behind him. I was just like, and he goes, "We don't do normal flavors here," and the man was too stunned to speak. It was just very funny to me. And he said it all in good humor. Like, he was not trying to be a jerk about it. But I've always loved that place since then because they never have just normal flavors. There's always something new, weird, something all different. It wasn't even on the cutter thing. It was right there. We're gonna cut it a little early tonight. And I'm so terribly sorry. But we're getting to the point where I'm gonna end up hurting myself if I keep going. trying to put a sewing needle through my finger today, and I'm sure y'all don't want to see me experience that either. So we're gonna finish this square. We'll do a little wrap up chit chat. Call it square. Hey, you know what? We won bobbin chicken, which I think counts for something. Alright, 2 more squares down. I'm in love. Alright, friends and fam. We are shutting it down for today. I can't really keep my eyes open. And it is not fair to you guys to give you dead silence for 30 minutes while I almost stabbed myself. We're not doing that. So I'm going to bid you guys adieu. I will touch and go a couple of these little things and get everything zhuzhed away so the darling feline animals do not attempt to get into any of the goodies or the goodie baskets. But it's been fun. I appreciate everyone hanging out with me while I did some organizing and things, and I'm glad you guys got to see the whole. If you liked seeing actually all the fabric, I might bring out the smaller of the tubs out of the bedroom next time, and we'll at least go through the small one, because there's some interesting fabric in there too. There's just so much to do, and unfortunately I am mortal. I need sleep. And the minute I figure out how to pull an elf and meditate for 2 hours and be okay, I will let you know, and then we will party for many hours. It is honestly eerily quiet outside. Like, grant my windows are closed, but I can hear something floofing around in the dark. But I will bid everyone a wonderful day, a wonderful night, good evening. I hope you get everything that you need today and everything done, and you have a glorious weekend. And I will see you guys next time.